Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to show you guys how I wax my brows at home, and it's super affordable. So if you'd like to see how I wax my brows, how I make sure it's not painful, and a trick that I learned with trial and error, keep watching. To start off, I wanted to show you the two wax kits that I have, the one that I dislike, that I hate, and I'll tell you why, and then the one that I've been using for years and years and years and why. So for starters, I'll let you know that both of them are Sally Hansen products, as you can see over here, and as you can also see, they are for the body. Yes, this one over here does say face and body, meanwhile this one over here says it's for the entire body. There's nothing that I've seen, I mean, I haven't necessarily looked for it, but if there's nothing in specific that I've seen that says you cannot use it on your eyes. So yeah, I've been using it on like the eye area, obviously my brows. I've been using it for like 3 years, this one over here, and I've never had an issue. So yeah. So down to the nitty gritty. I have used both of these products. My favorite one is this one. This is the Lavender Spa Wax, the wax kit, and the results should last up to 8 weeks. It works on sensitive skin, and it is a microwavable formula. It's also salon tested, and this is a 6-ounce like tub, so this will last a very long time. This one here is it's supposed to be used with applicators and strips. I love using strips to wax my brows because it's cleaner. So I like this one so much more. The other kit that I tried is the Ouch Relief one, and this one says Stripless Hard Wax Kit. This is the one that I dislike. So I'll show you both containers and what they look like. So this is kind of yucky, I'm sorry. I have tried it, as you can see. So this is the hard wax kit. I mean, the bottle's cute because it looks like a little whale and you just hold it like this. It's also microwavable, but as you can see, it is like super duper hard. The great thing is it's not gonna spill and like everywhere and make a mess, but it does make a mess in your microwave, and it bubbles up and it spilled all over the microwave plate, and it was just a bitch to take off. Also, it takes so long to cool down, and this is the type of product that did burn my skin to a point that a lot of the hair was just not regrowing. So I kind of hate this. Another reason why I truly dislike this product is because it's stripless. So once you apply it, it gets hard on your skin. So one thing is, if you apply it in an area where you're like, oopsie, yeah, oopsie, no, because once it's there and it's hard to take off, so you're gonna lose that hair. And then when you're ripping it off, it feels like you're ripping off part of your skin, like the first and second layer, because it sits directly on your skin. So when you're pulling on your skin, and it's just uncomfortable, and I get little bumps and redness and all of that. So I don't advise you use a hard wax formula. If you want a formula that's very, very, very similar to the formulas that are used at salons, I advise you use the lavender one. So this is the Lavender Spa Wax for the body. Again, I use it for the brows, and it works perfectly fine. I've been using it for years. I've used it on so many people. So as you can see, it is a very tacky but loose formula. This you microwave and it gets a lot softer, but what I like about it is, I'm getting the little applicator, is that, look at that. So it can be messy if it tilts over. That's exactly what happened, so I needed to replace this one. So this is what the formula looks like. It is super tacky. I love it though, because when you apply it on the skin, it is extremely sensitive. That's number one. Number two, you're removing it, but you're removing it with a strip. So the strip is not pulling on your skin. It's only removing the wax. I also like that if I have a uh-oh moment and it drips onto an area that it shouldn't be in, I can easily just remove it with a little bit of oil or with a Q-tip, or even with my nail, just kind of like scrape it off, and we're a-okay and good to go. And it's not like, yeah, you're kind of screwed. So now that I've given you a little bit of information on these two products and which one is the one that I prefer, trust me, go with the lavender one. I know it doesn't say for the face, but it's super sensitive. You don't feel a thing when you're removing hair if you've waxed before. If it's the first time you're waxing, girl, you're gonna feel it. But that being said, we're gonna move on to the next clip where I'm gonna show you how it is that I shape my brows at home. I wax them at home, and a little tip that I like to use to make sure that I keep the shape. Okay, so I heated up the wax and now it is a very loose consistency. Be extremely careful because this will burn the shit out of you, if I'm honest. You also want an applicator thin, almost like a popsicle stick. I prefer very small, thinner ones. I will link them down below in the description box, the ones that I generally get. So yeah, and then take your strips, and your strips would look about like this. And what I do is I cut them into smaller strips. That way it's easier to remove the hair in the areas that you need to remove. And now you're close. So we're gonna go ahead and fill in the brows because that is what I do in order to keep my shape. I have two different brow products that I use. I usually use the Brow Bar to Go by Yarig Cosmetics, just because I've had this one for a very long time. But if you have BoxyCharm, which I'm assuming you do, like 90% of the people do now, you can use the Brow Gal powders that we got some time ago. You know what? I'm gonna use this one for the sake of this video. You're just filling them in so that you can see where not to remove hair. And you can just grab any angled brush with a spoolie. I tend to just brush my brows in place just quickly, and then with the powder you will just fill in your brows and give yourself the shape that you want. By filling your brows in, you can make sure that you're gonna end up getting the same shape because you're not gonna remove hair that you're looking to keep. This helps a lot because it allows you to clean around wherever you didn't fill in, and it allows you to regrow your hair, and actually you can even reshape your brows ultimately if you wanted to. So what I do is I just dip the little sticky in there and then I clean out the vast majority. I only usually use the one side because this can get a little messy, not as messy as the other one, but it can get a little messy. You don't need a lot of product, and then just blow on it because you don't want to burn the crap out of yourself. And the good thing is this is not going to get hard. It just gets tacky, but it doesn't get hard. And then apply, and I'm just looking at a mirror, apply right over the brow, only touching the areas where you want to eliminate brow hair. Now make sure you have no product on your skin, no moisturizer, no foundation, no concealer, because if not, this is not gonna work as efficiently as it should. Then you're gonna go in with your strip and you're gonna apply. I don't just go flat in, I actually have it at a bit of an angle, and I just apply, and do not press directly in. I made this mistake once. What you wanna do is you wanna push starting from the bottom, and you wanna push up. So I'm literally doing this, I'm pushing up. So one time I just pressed and the product moved just a little bit down, and then it pulled some of my brow that I wanted to keep, and I was like, no! So just, instead of mushing it, push from the bottom up, so any excess product will go up versus down. And then, see, now it's in there, and then you just pull and clean AF brows. And I'll kind of zoom in for a second so you guys can see what that looks like. But here is all the hair, and I know it's gross, I'm sorry, but here's all the hair I wanted to remove in one shot. But I'm gonna do this other piece right here, and then we're gonna do the same thing. So notice I'm not pushing in, I'm pushing away. At the top I'm moving it up, and at the ends I'm pushing it away. And then you want to go against the opposite way of your hair growth. So if your hair is obviously growing this way, in my case it would be to my right, then you're going to pull to your left. As you guys can see, it's nice and clean, no hairs up on hair. Compared to down here, I do have hair. And then on this side, look at all that hair. I still have to eliminate. We're gonna go ahead and do the bottom. I'll show you. You know what? I'm gonna stay zoomed in like this. How about that? Because that might actually be better. Be very careful. You don't want this to drip into your eye or your lashes. So I do one of these. That's the whole point of also filling in your brows, because your brow shape changes based on how you're holding your eye. So you would have some squiggly, wonky ass brows if you don't fill them in. And I'm used to it, so just make sure you keep your eyes closed, but I'm used to it, so I can just keep them opened. And again, just apply in the areas that you haven't filled in that you want to remove the hair. If you make the mistake of applying it in an area where you're like, no, I've had that moment where I'm like, by mistake, I like did a jerk move and all of a sudden all of this is coated. It's wonderful. All you really have to do is start all over again using some baby oil, and this box also comes with a little oil, so you can just kind of rub it off, eliminate everything, refill your brow, and start all over again. So you don't have to worry about ruining like permanently your brows. So again, go grab a little strip, apply, and in this case, I'm pushing down. So I'm just going to push down. On the bottom side, I like to just grab the end of my skin and tug back just a little bit and pull. And there we go. So you are gonna have a little bit of residue, but that comes off. That's not an issue. And once again, all the hair is there. I flip it over and I just remove whatever balance of this wax that there is. So here's the difference. So you see I maintained my shape, which is awesome. And as you can see, it's nice and clean and smooth. And then on this one, it's like, oh, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and work on this one really quickly. Okay, I also like to go in and do my unibrow area. Stay away from the brow. Trust me, I've made boo-boos. I've made big time boo-boos. Like you see that little bit of wax, I can eliminate it and not lose some of my hair. You go back in with a strip, super easy. In this case, you can push up, but not towards the ends of the little strip, because then you're gonna push it over and remove your brow, like the beginnings, and you don't wanna do that. So I just kind of like softly do one of these and just pull it out. Bam! Okay, so my brows are done now, girl. They're done, and all this little tackiness, what you could do is just go in with a clean one and remove any excess wax that there is. And then you can go in with the little oil and a cotton ball. This is supposed to help soothe your skin, and I really like notice that, okay, I haven't waxed in months, like months, yet it's not really red or lumpy or bumpy. I mean, if your brows have been waxed before, then you're good. You know, like you know what to expect. But if you haven't, you may get a little bit of redness, but nowhere near what you would with other waxes. Something to keep in mind about this lavender formula is that you are going to need strips after the ones that come in the kit are pretty much gone. So the lavender formula does come with a few strips, actually a good amount of strips, but eventually you are going to replace these. Also, it does come with these applicators. I hate these applicators. They're way too big for the brow area. So what I do is I usually reorder my strips and actually get like the perfect size applicators for the brow area through Amazon. I'm gonna link those down below in the description box for you guys in the event that you just want to get the proper size. I mean, you can definitely go to like Hobby Lobby or Michael's and get popsicle sticks, because that's what I have right now. But if you want something smaller and more precise, you can look in the description box and you can find the items that I use on an ongoing basis. And it's super affordable and they last forever. Okay guys, that is it for this video. In the event that you want to look into a serum to help your brows grow, there's a serum that actually works for me. I'm gonna link it up here. I did a video on that. So, and it's super affordable as well. It takes some time, but with ongoing use, it actually does work, because I don't have like the arches that I have now. So it did help my hair regrow. I hope you guys have found this video useful. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. That is a wrap for this video. If you have any video suggestions for me or something that you want to see, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. I'm making a nice little list of whatever it is that you guys want to see, because that is what I am here for. As always, my social media platforms are going to be right here, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you did. I'm just saying. I've also included some videos you guys might be interested in watching next. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys. Bye.